Live, local, late breaking. This is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
We're continuing to track new fire starts following yesterday's lightning storms as well as more thunderstorms in our region. Thanks for joining us for NewsWatch 12 at 6. I'm Samantha Cadera. We'll look at those fires and why lightning fires can be delayed. But first, let's turn right over to Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman for the latest on those lightning strikes and if we can expect some more.
The good news is today, though, at least, Sam, we have not seen as many thunderstorms. That's great. Here's a live look throughout our NewsWatch 12 weather cam network. But you can see some of those towering cumulonimbus clouds. We've had some storms rolling around the Mount Shasta area. Here's a look at the radar. Notice not as many storms as what we were seeing the last couple of days. We'll zoom in here to Siskiyou County. Most of the action in southeast Siskiyou County. Storms have kind of fizzled out east of Tennant, but Mount Shasta, another pretty strong storm right along I-5 near the Dunsmuir area, producing quite a bit of lightning, heavy downpours, and some of these storms could be capable of even some small hail as well as gusty winds. We'll be tracking this closely. We should see thunderstorms fizzle out as we move deeper into this evening. Once we get past sunset, a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms in Lake County. But again, not as much as what we've seen as of late. There is still a red flag warning for parts of our region here in red until 8 o'clock tonight. Still lightning this time of the year is going to be a concern for new fire starts. Temperatures this hour, 88 degrees in Medford. It's 86 in Montague, but look how the rain has cooled Mount Shasta down 71 degrees for you folks. Winds are also breezy out there. Pretty much widespread sustained winds between 10 to 20 miles per hour with some higher gusts in the region. Winds will die down this evening. We'll stay clear in the Rogue Valley down to about 72 degrees by 11 o'clock. It will be a cooler night tonight, down to 58 in Medford, 49 degrees in Klamath Falls with most of the area clearing out. Tomorrow, tracking the potential for more thunderstorms in the region. I'll have a closer look at your Thursday forecast and, of course, what to expect for the 4th coming up.
Matt, thank you. And as of midnight, Jackson and Josephine counties are under high fire danger restrictions just ahead of 4th of July celebrations. Oregon Department of Forestry is now enforcing these restrictions. Power-driven equipment and anything that emits sparks will now be prohibited between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. This excludes mowing green lawns. For industrial restrictions, sawing, blasting, and welding will only be allowed before 1 p.m. and after 8 p.m. And in the last 24 hours, Northern California has had nearly 12,000 lightning strikes, with 11 fires being confirmed in the Klamath National Forest alone. The Summit Fire continues to have evacuations in place as it grew to 20 acres last night. Zones SIS 1414 and SIS 2100A are under a go now evacuation order, and zone SIS 2100B is also under an evacuation warning. 2 additional ground crews are en route today to help limit the spread of the fire. And we're also learning of a new fire in Klamath County. The Trout Fire was reported this afternoon in the Chiloquin area. 2 level 1B ready evacuation warnings are in place for the Trout Fire right now. Those evacuations are for zones KLA 1119 and KLA 1186. Multiple structures are threatened, and South Central Oregon Fire Management Partnership says the fire is 95% contained at roughly 5 acres. And the Black Canyon Fire is reported at more than 1,500 acres today. South Central Oregon Fire Management Partnership says there are road closures in place near Blue Sky and May Lake for fire suppression efforts. Hot Spring Road and campgrounds remain open. There have been thousands of lightning strikes over the last couple of days, but firefighters will be on the lookout for more lightning-caused fires in the days ahead. They don't always appear right away. Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman is here with the details on why. Matt?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of lightning strikes over the last couple of days, but not always do lightning-caused fires appear right away. Sometimes it takes a while, and these can smolder for as much as days and even weeks. But then as we get hot and dry conditions, we get breezes to pick up as well. That can lead to these fires becoming visible, and they can spread very quickly. So we're going to need to watch out for these holdover fires in the days ahead right through the holiday weekend and even into next week with some hotter weather in the forecast. I'll have more details on storm chances as well as the heat into next week coming up in just a bit.
As we head into 4th of July celebrations, we're looking at where fireworks can be legally set off. NewsWatch 12's Oscar Rodriguez joins us live from Medford. Oscar, where does the city of Medford draw the line for where fireworks are and aren't allowed?
Yes, Samantha. So many people have that in question. Well, I'm standing right here in the intersection of East McAndrews and Camino Drive. And as you can see the sign right behind me, if you go past this sign and you try to even set up any of the legal fireworks like sparklers or ground spinners, you'd be paying a hefty fine.
July is just 2 days away and the Medford community is excited to celebrate. But what people should know is which areas are fireworks legal to light up. The city of Medford came out with a map highlighting the prohibited areas where it is illegal to light up fireworks. I spoke with Battalion Chief Fire Marshal for Medford Fire Department Tanner Farrington to see what the plan was deciding these prohibited areas.
You got to draw the line somewhere. The goal is generally to make it kind of an easy location, right? So it's not necessarily that one's got significantly greater risk than the next one. It's more of, how do you make it easy? How do we communicate it to the public?
For people that light up illegal fireworks in those restricted areas can receive punishments.
And then we've got consequences for either using them in the wrong location or using illegal fireworks. There's a $2,500 fine per violation.
Starting today, fire danger level changed to high, alerting people to be more cautious when playing with fireworks. Dry conditions and the use of fireworks near vegetation can easily spark a fire.
It's easier for those to ignite those lighter, drier fuels and then spread. And then you add that with kind of the winds that we get and the storms, and it just really increases that risk.
Yeah, one last thing, Samantha. When I was speaking with Chief Farrington today, he did recommend for everyone who uses fireworks to put them in a bucket of water after they're done and leave them soaked overnight. They do be receiving many calls that there are structure fires or even garbage dumpster fires because the fireworks that they do play with are not fully out. And that's all I have. Reporting live from Medford, I'm Oscar Rodriguez.
All right, Oscar, thank you. And as we approach 4th of July weekend, we're tracking Independence Day celebrations around our region. A list of events taking place in Southern Oregon and Northern California can be found on kdrv.com. If you know of an event that's not on the list, you can send event details to newsdesk@kdrv.com. And many of you might already be planning what fireworks show you plan to go to or might have already bought your hot dogs, but something else you should plan for a safe celebratory weekend. Brinkley Hill spoke with local agencies about driving sober and making sure you stay out of harm's way.
Well, Sam, you can see that I'm at Tuvell State Park, and you can already see it's off to a pretty festive start here. People are enjoying the water, but as you head out for your celebrations, whether you're hitting the waterways or the roadways, it's really important to remember that the 4th of July is one of the top 4 holidays for alcohol consumption. So definitely plan for that DD, grab that Uber or Lyft, because it is a dangerous time of the year this weekend.
People are on the water to escape the heat, and boating and swimming are 2 activities that alcohol can really increase the risk of harm.
Dr. Tom Jean is a doctor for the Oregon Health Authority, and he says that over a quarter of all boating fatalities and drownings are related to alcohol.
During the summer is the second highest liquor sales that we see in the year, second only to the holiday season.
The Oregon State Marine Board will have local sheriff's departments watching the water for drunk boaters, and with more than 2,500 Oregonians dying from alcohol-related causes every year, local police will also be watching the roadways.
We'll definitely be out looking for impaired drivers, trying to take impaired drivers off the street. So that's our biggest concern.
Lieutenant Jeff Kirkpatrick says that in his 22 years of experience, the 4th of July always has more drunk drivers on the road.
A lot of times when you start celebrating, the time to make that decision is not when you've had maybe a couple too many. The time to make that decision is ahead of time. So pre-planning is really huge.
Lieutenant Kirkpatrick made it very clear to me that driving while under influence just isn't worth it. You can kill someone or you end up with some hefty fines and legal fees. So make your plans now how you are getting home safely, or make sure you have a designated driver if you are hitting the waterways, so that you can make those plans now and really enjoy the 4th of July celebration just like these guys are. Live in Tuvell State Park, I'm Brinkley Hill.
Brinkley, thank you. And Medford's investment in homelessness prevention is showing results. A $35,000 grant helped 22 families avoid eviction. City leaders tell Damian Alvarado it's proof that small early investments can make a big impact.
We're continuing to follow how the city of Medford is helping prevent homelessness. One of those ways is by partnering with multiple nonprofits. Well, one of those nonprofits says just $300 to $400 could help prevent homelessness and help keep food on the table.
This is one of only 2 programs like it on the West Coast. It's a pilot program and the only one in Oregon.
The city of Medford awarded a $35,000 grant to the Consumer Credit Counseling Service of Southern Oregon. The pilot program launched last year, providing free one-on-one credit counseling for families at risk of eviction and kept 22 families housed.
We already know the incredible financial and emotional toll that homelessness takes on families and on communities and on taxpayer dollars. Our goal was to prevent families from being there in the first place.
The agency helps clients restructure high interest debt, often dropping rates from over 30% to just a few.
That gives them an extra $500, $600 a month more potentially in spending money.
City Councilor Nick Card helped champion the idea.
And it's a lot cheaper to prevent people from slipping into homelessness than it is to treat it after it's happened.
The pilot was funded through Medford's share of state marijuana tax revenue, and the city is considering continuing support next year.
They prevent that problem from growing and becoming so much worse.
For many, just a little support can mean the difference between stability and homelessness. Reporting in Medford, I'm Damian Alvarado.